One of the problems on the homework last night was a typical inverse composition function. And it's the one that's shown right down here. Now, in order to do this, you're going to have to know the domains and the ranges of arcsine, arccosine, and arctangent. Because in this problem, they're asking you to take the sine of something. Now, that something right there, the arctangent of 5/12, is actually theta. So really what it's giving us is the sine of theta. And once we know that the sine of any angle theta is a ratio of opposite over hypotenuse, all we have to do is figure out which quadrant our triangle is in and then put all the sides of the triangle on the drawing, and then we can just write in the side that's opposite and the side that's hypotenuse, and I'll have an answer to my question of what the sine of this theta is. So step one is to look at the arctangent of 5/12. And I'm going to look at the 5/12 and say, look, that thing is positive. It's a tangent value that's positive. So the tangent is positive in quadrants 1 and 3 because all students take calculus. So the A and the T, positive tangent. Then I'm going to look strictly at arctangent and say, ignoring the sine, what is the range of arctangent? When I do that, I know based on my table that the range of arctangent is -pi/2 to pi/2. So that's going to put me in this region right here, the first and the fourth quadrants. When it does, then I can write those quadrants down and then look for the overlap. The overlap is the first quadrant, so I'm going to draw my triangle in the first quadrant. Now, the side 5 is already given to us because we're talking tangent. 5/12, opposite over adjacent. So the side 5 and the side 12 are right there. I don't know exactly what this angle theta is, but I don't need to know what theta is because all I need is to know that I'm seeking the sine of theta that has 5 and 12 as two of its sides. So now I'm going to step 3, find all three sides of the triangle. We know that the hypotenuse here is going to be 13. And the reason why is either because we can use Pythagorean theorem, 5 squared plus 12 squared equals 13 squared, or I can recognize that it's a 5, 12, 13 triangle. It's a triple. Now that I have all three sides, it doesn't matter really what theta is because I'm trying to find the sine of that theta. Now that's theta in this triangle. So because I know that the sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse, and because the opposite is 5 and 13 is the hypotenuse, I have the answer to my question. Try that in your other problems that involve two different functions, sine and arccosine, or arccosine and tangent, and I think you'll have a lot of success with the rest of your homework.